Welcome to the Arapahoe Park barn area. I'm Jonathan Horowitz, the announcer of the horse races in Colorado at Arapahoe Park with breeder Linda Wood of Minokan Farms, and right now known as hip number 47, but could be known in a year's time as a future star of Colorado racing, the Silver Cup Horse Sale for 2017, where about 60 horses will pass through the sales ring with the hope of being the future of thoroughbred racing in Colorado. I got my catalog, I got my buyer's number. All right, Linda, sell me on this horse you bred, hip number 47.
Hip number 47 is out of a very nice idiot-proof mare that won 5.
Idiot-proof doesn't mean that
that's the
name. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
That's a sire. Her name herself is Faith Proof. Idiot Proof is the name of her sire, which is a well-known sire in California. But her dam won 5 of 6 starts in Southern California, including a track record at Los Alamitos, going 5.5 furlongs. So this would be an ideal filly as a 2-year-old prospect for anyone here in Colorado.
And so a 2-year-old next year to start racing. The sire is Zip Quick, so that's a good sign to have.
Yes.
And what did it take to, you bred this horse? So just to get to this point, there's gonna be a lot more down the road once she starts racing, but just to get to this point, what did it take?
We get the foal on the ground, we watch the foal for a year. And, you know, she's been prepping for the Silver Cup now about 90 days. You know, maybe not quite that long, because we have a big breeding farm, so we're not done breeding till the end of May, so we have a hard time getting started on yearlings until after we're completing the breeding year.
What prep does she have to do?
Well, what I do is a lot different. We do a lot of round pinning, but then I also tack them. I put a bridle on them. I drive them. I actually sit on them. We pony them. We have a 5/8 mile racetrack, so we take them around the track. We try to teach them a lot more than what they do a lot of yearlings and other consignments. They put them on Eurosizers and run them around for 30 minutes, but we actually try to teach them to be a racehorse.
And she has her toenails polished as well, so
she does.
Looking
she
good.
Does.
The mane is brushed. Now let's have the horse walk a little, and what should we be looking at if I want to pick a good prospect? What is some of her good qualities?
She's got a really nice body, overall balance. We're looking for a long walk. The sign of a long walk is a long stride and a good stride. She's well balanced, like I said. She's very, very correct from the front end. She's true. She comes straight down from her knee to her ankle up to her shoulder.
I can see the legs are straight. She's moving smoothly.
Yeah.
She's got the good breeding, so this could be a very good prospect to watch out for.
I think you're going to be announcing her name at some point.
Well, we don't know what that name is, so the lucky buyer will get to name this filly as well.
I have a partner, and he likes to allow the next owner to be able to name him. And the next owner could, but it would cost him $100 if we did, you know, if we had put a name on him, if they didn't like it. But
and that's one of the fun things about owning a racehorse is it's your own little professional sports franchise.
Yep.
You get to name the horse, you get to design the silks, and it's going to be exciting to see the future home for this horse and the dreams. This is where it all starts, and hopefully leading to bigger things in Colorado, maybe around the country. The dreams come true at the biggest stage when it comes to the Triple Crown races, and Always Dreaming won the Kentucky Derby. Now, as we look to the final weekend of the season at Arapahoe Park, there are going to be horses that ship into Arapahoe Park for the big races like the $100,000 Gold Rush Futurity. And just as we're getting a little bit of behind the scenes and what it takes to become a racehorse, one of the fascinating behind the scenes aspects is what does it take to get a horse from one track to the other, flying first class, equine style, with Always Dreaming from the Kentucky Derby to the Preakness. How does a star racehorse like 2017 Kentucky Derby winner Always Dreaming travel from one racetrack to the next? Like any major professional athlete or celebrity, first class. And with some special equine accoutrements. 3 days after winning the 143rd Run for the Roses, Always Dreaming's grooms and trainer Todd Pletcher's barn prepared the 3-year-old dark bay colt to travel from Churchill Downs in Louisville to Pimlico Racecourse in Baltimore. He'd settle in at Pimlico early, starting on May 9th, to try to continue his Triple Crown bid in the Preakness Stakes on May 20th, 2 weeks after the Derby. Always Dreaming had an early morning flight at Louisville International Airport. It was still dark when his grooms began getting him ready in his stall at Churchill Downs, cleaning the horse and putting wraps on his feet. The colt wore a padded halter, which looked like a comfy travel pillow. Curious, Always Dreaming peered out of and walked around his stall and nibbled on some hay. There was a buzz in the barn area as some local television channels in Louisville were filming in front of Always Dreaming's stall, and other horses were getting ready for morning workouts.
Good morning. My name is Derby 143 champ, Always Dreaming. I'll step out of the shot now.
The sun rose at Churchill Downs, and a groom led Always Dreaming to his ride to the airport, a spacious Brookledge horse transportation trailer. The horse went in cross ties, an equine seatbelt. At 7 a.m., Always Dreaming took off for Louisville International Airport and nibbled on some more hay. The horse had an entourage of grooms accompanying him to the airport. Always Dreaming seemed quite comfortable and playful, bobbing his head and eating hay for the approximately 3-mile, 15-minute ride from the track to the airport. When you're a Kentucky Derby winner, you drive straight to the gate on the tarmac. A plane from H.E. Tech Sutton Forwarding Company was ready to go. The company has been flying horses since 1969 on its Boeing 727 nicknamed Air Horse One. Less than an hour after leaving Churchill Downs, Always Dreaming boarded a ramp onto Air Horse One. The cargo plane, customized with horse stalls, can ship as many as 21 horses and 19 crew members at a time. Air Horse One stays busy, making approximately 250 flights a year, according to the company. To ship a horse from the West Coast to the East Coast costs about $5,000. Always Dreaming had company on his flight to Baltimore. A 3-year-old Dark Bay filly named Moana, also trained by Todd Pletcher and ridden by jockey John Velasquez, who was aiming for the Black-Eyed Susan Stakes on the day before the Preakness. Take off at about 8:10 a.m. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the approximately 500-mile flight from Louisville International Airport to Baltimore Washington International Airport. An hour and 20 minutes later, Air Horse One touched down at Thurgood Marshall International Airport in Baltimore. Always Dreaming had a look around as he disembarked and boarded a waiting horse trailer. The horse ate more hay while the ground crew unloaded the luggage. Racehorses don't travel lightly. The drive from the airport to Pimlico is a little over 15 miles and takes about 40 minutes. Photographers and fans greeted Always Dreaming as he entered Pimlico's stable gate and stakes barn. One day after arriving at Pimlico, Always Dreaming jogged around the racetrack known as Old Hilltop for the first time under exercise rider Nick Bush. Bush has been galloping horses for trainer Todd Pletcher for a decade. He started riding Always Dreaming a week before the Kentucky Derby when Pletcher felt the feisty colt needed a stronger rider and draw reins.
To try to get his head down, to try to relax him, and to make him go around there easy because we didn't want him running in his race before the Derby.
Always Dreaming settled in quickly after traveling to Pimlico.
He felt really good. You know, that's the way you want him to come out of the Derby. He was bouncing. He was feeling himself. So, looking forward to a big race.
Assistant trainer Ginny DePasquale supervised the first day of training in Baltimore.
He came off the plane, very well, and like I said, walked around the shed row alert, and his eyes were bright, so, yeah, we're happy.
The ability and demeanor to travel is a skill, albeit one that is usually only seen by a select few behind the scenes, that racehorses must have to be successful during the Triple Crown. Welcome back to the Silver Cup Horse Sale, scouting out some of the yearlings who could be the future of horse racing in Colorado. What is that? You think it's going to be you? So this is hip number 4, currently with the name Red Feather. Beautiful looking chestnut filly with a flaxen mane. And the Silver Cup Horse Sale is where it all started for one of the biggest stars in Colorado racing. Get Happy Mister was purchased at the 2011 Silver Cup Horse Sale, and then 5 years ago in 2012 turned in one of the most memorable performances in the history of Arapahoe Park in the Gold Rush Futurity. Let's take a look back in time to a truly amazing moment in Colorado racing from 5 years ago. When the price on this yearling started rising at the 2011 Silver Cup Horse Sale, owner Annette Bishop told trainer Butch Gleason, who was worried the horse might get away, "Do you want this horse? Then you better get happy, mister." What Bishop said gave the bay horse his name and his legacy. Bred in Colorado by Willard Burback, the son of sire First Samurai out of Dam Sarah Margaret, sold for $46,000. Get Happy Mister earned $384,928, more than any Colorado bred in history. In a 14-race career from 2012 to 2015 that saw him win 11 times, including in 9 stakes races and in all 9 of his starts at Arapahoe Park. Get Happy Mister gave his connections plenty to get happy about as soon as his racing career began. Following his maiden win, there was a 10.5 length domination in the 2012 Colorado Thoroughbred Breeders Association Futurity against 2-year-old Colorado breds. And then a 7.25 length romp in the Silver Cup Futurity against other horses who had gone through the Silver Cup Horse Sale. Gates open, the Gold Rush Futurity is underway. And then Get Happy Mister took on horses from out of state in the $100,000 Gold Rush Futurity, Arapahoe Park's richest race for thoroughbreds in the final race of the 2012 season. The full field of 12 for the 6-furlong stake for 2-year-olds included chippers from Kentucky and California. The 8-5 favorite was Manawal, a maiden winner at Del Mar. Jockey Pat Valenzuela, who rode Sunday Silence to victory in the 1989 Kentucky Derby and Preakness, and also a winner of multiple Breeders' Cup races, flew in to ride Manawal. But Get Happy Mister demolished the field in the 2012 Gold Rush Futurity in a stakes record time of 1 minute 8.63 seconds by the biggest margin of victory, 9.25 lengths, that Colorado's top thoroughbred race had seen to that point. Racing towards the final furlong in the Gold Rush Futurity, and it's Get Happy Mister who responds for Ziegler, has opened up a 2.5 length lead from Manuel in second, and it's Get Happy Mister who's putting on a clinic, an undefeated 4 for 4, the horse of the meet at Arapahoe Park. Get Happy Mister dominates the Gold Rush Futurity, and Ziegler puts his hand in the air in victory, defeating Manuel, who came from California to took him on but finished in second, and then came R.S. Watson from California, who ran on for 3rd place on the inside of All Our Last, and the final time was an extremely fast 1 minute 8.63 seconds. Get Happy Mister also defeated a talented field of stakes winners in the $100,000 Arapahoe Park Classic to cap a perfect 2014 season in Colorado, in which he went 5 for 5 as a 4-year-old. With wins in a comeback allowance, the Aspen, the Front Range, the Mount Elbert, and the Classic. Midway round the far turn, the quarter pole is in sight, and it's Get Happy Mister who flies the flag for Colorado, takes the lead, comes past the quarter pole, 2 lengths in front. Leaderman Ken leads the chase in 2nd place, and then Magical Twist in 3rd. On the edge of glory in the Arapahoe Park Classic, and Ziggy shakes the reins at Get Happy Mister. Get Happy Mister responds. Leaderman Ken doesn't have an answer, and then comes Magical Twist, but Colorado can rejoice in its hometown hero. Get Happy Mister, never been beaten at Arapahoe Park, and no win bigger than this Arapahoe Park Classic. Get Happy Mister, a pat on the back from Mike Ziegler.
And away they go to a good beginning. Pure Tactics hopped out fast, so did Sweet Swap from the outside gate. Now here comes Get Happy Mister in the pink to make it 3 in a line.
The Arapahoe Park Classic would be Get Happy Mister's last start in his home state of Colorado. 8 months later, Get Happy Mister returned to the races as a 5-year-old in 2015 in the $100,000 San Simeon Stakes at Santa Anita in Southern California. It was Happy's first start on turf. He was going against the best turf sprinters in the state in the Grade 3 race. Jockey Tyler Bays said he watched how Mike Ziegler rode Get Happy Mister in Colorado and used a similar riding style. In what would be the final race of his career, Get Happy Mister became the highest earning Colorado bred ever, passing the $342,783 in prize money by cut of music.
Pure Tactics along the inside and Sweet Swap. The advantage to Pure Tactics. On the inside, here's Get Happy Mister. Get Happy Mister down the center. Holy Loot. Suddenly the whole picture changes. Get Happy Mister at the rail. Holy Loot, the grey on the outside. Gonna hit it together. Get Happy Mister in front. Get Happy Mister has won it. Get Happy Mister to Holy Loot. Now entering the winner's circle is the official winner of the Grade 3 San Simeon Stakes, number 1, Get Happy Mister. He's a 5-year-old bay gelding by First Samurai out of Sarah Margaret. He's owned by Annette Bishop. The winning trainer is Mark Zagalakis, and the winning rider, Tyler Bays. The winner was bred in Colorado by Willard Burback.
A look at hip number 53, sired by Zip Quick out of the dam Foxy Moon, currently has the name Moon Schemon, and perhaps this will be a horse that will be in the spotlight on the final weekend of the season next year when Arapahoe Park runs its biggest, richest, most prestigious races. And leading up to the 2017 closing weekend, let's take a closer look at some of the big races that will put an exclamation point on the 2017 horse racing season in Colorado. The highlight of the final weekend of the season at Arapahoe Park is Colorado's richest race, the $100,000 Gold Rush Futurity for 2-year-olds sprinting 3/4 of a mile, won for the last 2 years by shippers from Texas.
Texas Chrome is within a length, a half a length a neck. Texas Chrome flies right by Dub Watson. Texas Chrome gets the gold in the Gold Rush Futurity. Bling on the music, who's playing the right tune to become the first filly to defeat the males in the Gold Rush Futurity at Arapahoe Park.
But in 2017, a strong contingent of Colorado-bred 2-year-olds will look to defend home turf, led by CTBA Futurity winner AJ Samurai.
A promising Colorado-bred 2-year-old AJ Samurai wins the CTBA Futurity.
And also De Grump, the winner of the Silver Cup Futurity.
And De Grump starts to kick away for victory in the Silver Cup Futurity.
In the very next race, De Grump's owner, Annette Bishop, and trainer Butch Gleason captured the Arapahoe Park debutante with Give 'em Fits.
Here's Give 'em Fits going forward for Andre Ramke to take the lead and pull off the Silver Cup Futurity and Arapahoe Park debutante double for Annette Bishop and Butch Gleason.
In the Arapahoe Park Classic for older horses over 1 1/8 miles, Co-Ferment will look to defend his title. He won the Front Range Stakes in 2017.
Co-Ferment engages Sky T. Co-Ferment goes by Sky T. And it's Co-Ferment and Richard Lull pulling away to win the Front Range Stakes.
Also on Saturday, Galactic Princess will seek her 3rd stakes win of the season in the Spicy Stakes for Colorado-bred fillies and mares over a mile and a 1/16.
The queen of the 3-year-old fillies in Colorado at Arapahoe Park, Galactic Princess, most impressive in the CTBA Breeders' Oaks.
For quarter horses, Isaac Captain goes for his 3rd stakes win of the season in the Arapahoe Park Quarter Horse Derby for 3-year-olds over 400 yards.
Isaac Captain and Jose Ruiz take over and click clear from She's My Foos to win the Lucille Road Derby.
While Indomitable Cartel will try to dominate the Arapahoe Park Quarter Horse Futurity for 2-year-olds over 400 yards like he did in the Cherry Creek Futurity.
Here's Indomitable Cartel and Fernando Fonseca Soto kicking well clear and pulverizing the field in the Cherry Creek Futurity.
we've seen some of the prospects for the 2017 Silver Cup Yearling Sale. Now it's time to head into the sales ring and see how it all goes down, how the prospective owners and trainers pick who they think will be the future stars in Colorado thoroughbred racing. Looking forward to seeing you at Arapahoe Park for the final weekend of the season. Until your next time out at the races, you heard it from them. I'm Jonathan Horowitz. Keep picking winners.
Oh, look at this filly, ladies and gentlemen. You talk about eye appeal. She's got everything now. Yeah, we want to get 20,000 on the filly. I want to get $5 grand. Here we go. Money's on $2 grand, 2,500. 27 down 3, 35. 35 down 4. Hit 4,000. She take a look here, $4,000. 35's on 4 grand. 5,000, sir. Here's 6,000. 7,000. Now 8,000. 8,000. 8,000, man. 8,000. 9,000 where? 8,000. Now Willie's way. 8,000. 8,500. 8,000 gold. 9 grand, Willie. 9,000. Now 95. Sold at $9,700 all the way in the back. You got it, young lady. Sold at 30 grand. Sold at $30,000. Sold at $31,000. Man, you got a good horse. 31,000. Give you a round of applause.